Okay, this is Sally, and we are back in the garden today doing a little no-dig planting and pot-in-pot planting. So I cut the bottom of this pot off, and it's just like that. I cut it like that, and I used my little knife that a very dear friend of mine gave me, very sharp. And this pot has big holes in the bottom. It's got good soil in there. And so first you put, this is a plumbago, and it will get nice and big as you saw from my previous video that I did. And this is just a simple, inexpensive tomato cage. And you put the tomato cage in first, and then you slide the plumbago or your plant in through the top. You could do this with mandevilla, jasmine, any vining thing that you want to have support, but not necessarily a trellis or anything. This is another pot in pot. See the decorative pot there? And you can't, because of the way this plumbago is, the way it grows, it fills out. You don't see the black pot anymore. So eventually you're not going to see this black pot, and it will grow to the height, actually even taller than the tomato cage. So let's talk about a few benefits of pot in pot or no dig planting, as I'm calling it. I'll take you over and show you another plumbago that I've done. It was on my first video. But you can see how big it gets and how lush. So let's just review a couple of things. The soil in the soil that surrounds plants is full of bacteria, and it happens to be good bacteria. It's sort of exactly like the human intestinal tract. We cannot live without that bacteria. The other thing is that most plants, when you buy them, bring them home from the nursery, very, 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 very rarely, and I mean very rarely, are they root bound. So meaning that the roots have not filled up that pot yet. So for however long they've been sitting in that pot, be it a week or 2 weeks or a month, it has already developed a system for growth of that plant, nutrients and a perfect balance of the bacteria. When you bring that plant home and you pull it out of the pot and you know, half the dirt falls off of it, you've now disturbed that perfect balance, and so that plant now has to adjust. By doing my no dig or pot in pot plant theory, you're not disturbing that root system at all. So the plant literally goes through no shock because it's still in its little womb that it's been used to now for however long. You get a good potting soil for the next pot that you're setting it in. So it's got a mixture. And also when you buy plants from a nursery, usually they put fertilizer in that soil. So everything is staying just like that, like you brought it home. This is very beneficial to the plants. Another cool thing about this is that depending upon where you put your pot in pot plants or your no dig plants, you see you can weed string trim around the base of this plant, and no damage will come to the plant. It doesn't take much string trimming. Once you whack a couple of those branches or stalks to stress the plant or the tree out, and that's where organisms and bad bacteria, and you can cause undue stress to the tree. Also, another thing, people have a tendency to dig a hole too deep and bury the plant too deep. Higher is better than lower. And by using the original pot, you don't have to guess or estimate that because it's already right where it needs to be. And now you just come and water this, and water this plant now has perfect drainage. It goes straight into the ground, and when this plant gets mature enough, those roots will go straight through those holes, and you will have a gorgeous plant that you never knew was in a pot in pot planting. So that's it for today. I'll do another one. We'll come back another day and we'll discuss more benefits of no-dig planting. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and come back and see me. Thanks for watching and have a great day.